Good day, dear sentient person, neither left nor right. Please, I beg, I beseech, I entreat, I importune you, lose all directional aspects to your political wherewithal. You are not left or right, whatever that means. Let me tell you a little story. I was a psych major in college, which means nothing, but it kind of does. And I always liked when I was reading books, when I would get a textbook, I always open the front, just get an idea of the kind of where we're going. It's always interesting. Table of contents. Where are we going? And in law school, I did, contract, implied consideration. Okay. Well, there was a class on memory. Memory, I loved it. I loved memory. There were two classes I remember the most. Memory, and the other one was perception and awareness. Psychology curricula, for the most part, there are three kinds. There's cognitive, there's cognitive, not cognitive. There's counseling, there it is. Clinical, experimental, and IO, industrial. That was it, the big three. We did a lot of experimental, a lot of math. But in the clinical part, there was this one part called memory and perception and awareness. Loved it. So I open up the chapter and I look at it. What do I see? Half of the book is devoted to forgetting. I thought, this is so important. Isn't that something? Forgetting. Forgetting is one of the most important things. Do you really forget? When people say forgive and forget, you don't really forget things. Sometimes you will truly forget something. What we really mean is when something, we kind of habituate to it, or it loses its impact. Someone slighted you. Someone broke your heart. Someone stole money. Normally it's the bad stuff we want to forget, not the good stuff. And you remember it, but it doesn't have an impact on you anymore. It doesn't mean the same. See what I'm saying? You don't forget anything. It's not a good idea to forget. Forgetting is not a good thing. But how much weight you give it, that's the story. You will never forget what somebody did to you. Remember when you were a teenager, somebody broke your heart. Maybe not. I don't know about that. But maybe you did. Maybe you thought, oh my God. And you sit back now and you say, you know what? I remember that, but it just doesn't mean anything to me. Whereas if you say, well, I remember breaking my leg. Oh, yeah, that was horrible. My God, I was in a cast for 6 months. I had to have it broken in surgery. Oh, God, that was horrible. You remember that. I mean, you don't wake up in the middle of the night. You remember that. But certain events, oh, yeah, I broke. Yeah, whatever. Forgiveness is another word. I don't understand this. I don't understand what forgive. Forgive means don't worry about it. Forgive, nobody forgives. Nobody forgives. What you're saying is something else. To forgive, well, you know what? Let's do this. I always tell you to do this, so let's do it right now. Let's get an actual definition of forgive. Forgiveness is very interesting. Forgive means to stop feeling angry or resentful towards someone for an offense, flaw, or mistake. Now think about that one. To cancel a debt, but think about this. What forgive truly means, forgiveness means different things to different people, but in general, it involves an intentional decision to let go of resentment and anger. The fact that hurt or that offended might always be with you. So what this is, and I did not notice this until this moment, it does not mean an absolution. It doesn't mean that it's okay. You can forgive or cancel a debt. But it means, again, to stop feeling angry or resentful towards someone for an offense, flaw, or mistake. So what it means is, you're not off the hook. I'm not saying it was okay. I'm saying I'm not upset about this anymore. Did you know that? I did not know that. I did not know that. Think about that. I didn't know that. I always thought forgive meant to absolve, to give a clean, So when you, like, for example, in the Catholic Church, we had confession or reconciliation, forgiveness. It was a different story. Now let's talk about something which is very critical, very important for all of us to understand. But first, let me say, it is important and critical and beyond, and I can't say enough for you to like this video. I know people say it all the time. I know it's repeated to the point of absolute insanity, but it's important that I say that. You must like this video. You must subscribe to this channel. You must subscribe to this channel. We are a dangerous commodity, and the reason why is because people cannot figure us out, and they don't like that. Both sides hate us. All sides hate me, us, me. I can't stand. The stuff I say to people, they don't like to hear. I think you know what's going on. There's this Fox News thing which I handle on my private channel at lionelmedia.com. That's where I go. lionelmedia.com. I go into exquisite detail about that. They don't like that. Because what I'm telling you is, so what? You're missing the point. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. It doesn't mean anything. It's forgotten. Not forgiven, forgotten. I'll give you an example of something. There is a dog obedience. Don't ask me why I get involved with this. I'm doing this YouTube thing, and all of a sudden there's this channel I like, and then I'm getting all these not songs, these oh, for the love of God, these shorts. And anyway, there's a guy I like a lot. He's an ex-cop, and he always wants to train cane corsos and this. And he's explaining how to train. And I love the behavioral part of it, because I'm a psychologist at heart, which is what I started off with. I'm going to go back to that. And what is important here, when I watch from him, whatever, is the following. Forgiving, forgiving is like mending. Okay, you know what, that pain's gone. You know what, I can use this again. Thank you. That's kind of forgetting. You remember it, but the pain of the shoulder. Forgetting, and also distraction. Who's a dyslexic here? Anybody who is a dyslexic? People have they make jokes about it. And somebody said something one time which is very important. They said, if you understood how inherently unnatural reading is, you would be surprised anybody can read. Reading is the most... dyslexia, when it comes to reading comprehension, is understood. It makes complete and total understand. Or it makes sense. And I understand it completely and totally. Or totally, as they say here in New York. And one of the things which is interesting is that there was a time when, for processing something, is very interesting. How you process it. How it comes in, and what do you do with it? What do you do with it? There are so many forms, and I see this. I know this. There are so many interesting, aphasia. Have you ever heard of something called dyspraxia, which is called a coordination disorder, which is fascinating. And the reason why it's fascinating, it's called developmental coordination disorder. Sometimes people have a hard time sometimes doing certain things. And instead of us yelling at a kid and saying, hey, why don't you do this? You got to say, no, wait. That's not their thing. I know that I have certain absolutely cognitive, you might want to call it a shortcoming, but it doesn't really matter because I don't really use it. But I know, as a matter of fact, I have it. And it's spatial and geographic sometimes, but it doesn't come up. I have to think sometimes. Like, for example, if I'm very good at pointing in directions here. Like where I'm sitting right now, I can tell you where everything is. I can point to Times Square. I can point to Jersey. I can point to this. That I can do. But when I have to think about, okay, well, how do we get to someplace? I have to rise above, in my head, rise above, and look at the map accordingly. That's the way I looked at it. Not on the street, not, oh, there's 8th Avenue, oh, there's the West Side Highway. No. I have to rise above, and I look down on it. Now I understand it. Now I can see it. Now, that doesn't come into play. Does it cause a problem? But I have it. That's what I do. I had a thing when I was a kid when I stuttered. Still every now and then it comes up and I recognize that. Oh, that's a great one. Because that's nothing but motor putting the word out. And they have all these theories about, well, you think so fast. No, you don't. No, it's just, I don't know. And they're stuttering, they're stammering, and there's all kinds of things. Sometimes it's very, very bad. Some people have it, some people don't. And I got around that one as well. But the thing I like the most about is distraction. So years ago, there was a study where a bunch of people who were prestidigitators, sleight of hand people, they were approached by some linguists, cunning or otherwise, who were told, may we talk to you about how you distract people's attention? How do you do that? How do you do that? By the way, here's a great word today. Great word for the day, before I forget it. Sciasis. I went to school with her. Cyesis. Sciasis. Meaning pregnancy. I'd never heard sciasis. Never. Pregnancy. So next time you want to throw in sciasis. Cyesis. Okay. So they took these people and they said, explain to me what you do. When you have this thing and you palm something and you distract, they know exactly where you're going. So they thought maybe if they could somehow coordinate with sleight of hand folks, they could maybe work to find either a cure or deal with people who have processing disorders, whatever it is. Okay. You ever met Pitch Perfect people? You know Rick Beato? He's got a great website. Love him. His son, Dylan, I think. This kid is sick. Have you ever heard him? They play a chord and the kid says a G minor 7th augmented 6th. Assuming it's not a work. That's always me thinking everything's wrestling. And why is this important? The reason why it's important is when you want to impress somebody, and if you want to talk about something. I was recently doing an interview, and the interviewer said, what do you think about such and such? I said, well, it's a very interesting story, but in 3 days it will be forgotten. This is my 3-day rule, because we forget. We have the attention span of a gnat. Gore Vidal called it the United States of amnesia. We will forget this. We forget this. This doesn't mean anything to us. We forget. Do you remember the other day when we were just absolutely amazed, transfixed over balloons? 99 Luftballons. Something here from somewhere else. It's panic alert. Something even. This is what we're waiting for. This is it, boys. This is what. That's, of course, Bert Lahr and Ethel Merman combined. It's an art I have. I give you my music because music is important to me, and I share that with you, so you're welcome. So, we were transfixed. Balloons. What is this balloon? Did we get it? Did we see it? How many of these are? There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Yes, coming from a hill. Oh, God. What is it? Well, they say it's a weather balloon. Or is it from China? I think it's China. I don't know. Oh, my God. It's about the size of a bus. Gee, what are we going to do? I don't know. Did you know about it? He knew about it. He didn't know about it. Did he know about it? He said he knew about it. Well, he didn't say anything. Well, he said he didn't say something, but we didn't know he said he didn't say something because he didn't say that he didn't say something. He said he would say something in the event he never said anything, and we didn't need to know if he said something. So he didn't say anything, and we didn't hear about it, so we don't know about it. Thank you very much. Back to you. Then they shot it down. Did they shoot it down? I think they shot it down. Did they shoot it down? Shoot it down? How much it got? You know how much those missiles cost? I hope they shot it down. Where'd the missile go? Did it blow up? That missile didn't keep going, right? All of a sudden it lands up in Argentina. All of a sudden there's this missile. How many of these were there? Was it a UFO? A UFO. Wait a minute. Hold it. Ground control to Major Tom. A little Bowie for you. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And then, what happened? Gone. Never talked about it again. And everybody said, hey, hold it, excuse me. Can we, imagine you're having an argument with somebody, you say, excuse me, can I open that window? Okay, now, anybody want to, wait. We're not done talking about this. News audiences would say, okay, yeah, I'll take, sure, I'll take a cruller, thanks. Were we talking about something? I don't remember. That's who you are. So the first question is this going to matter? What do you bother for? Don't worry about it. What are we arguing for? What? What are you talking about? Well, I don't know. Did you see that video? It was a fantastic video. Well, there was a video inside. Did you see what happened? What are you worried about? What's today? Wednesday? Oh, by Friday, forget it. Habituation. You put on something, you wear something. Hey, I got this thing on here. This is weird. Next thing you know, you don't know it's there. Why? You've habituated. The stimulus is not novel anymore. You've habituated to it. You've been conditioned. It doesn't mean anything to you. Julian Assange. Who? Oh, yeah, that guy. That's right. Oh, man. Jeez. We were just, what? How are those people? Where? In Turkey. That's the way we say Turkey now. Remember, say Kiev, Peking, Beijing, Mao Zedong, Mao Zedong, Qatar, Qatar, Gaddafi, with a G, a K, a Q. Now it's Turkey. Okay. Whatever happened? Oh, geez, that's right. This earthquake. Oh, man. That's right. Whatever happened to them? I don't know. We just stopped. Why did we stop talking about that? We just did. Did you hear about France? France? What? Riots in France? Really? Protest over. Wow. Remember the yellow vest? The yellow vest. Wait a minute. Hold it. Yes. Every week. What happened to that? I don't know. Was it sciasis? Pregnancy? Remember, use the word. I did the video on how to remember vocabulary. Use the word today. Sciasis. Use it. Hey, is Janie sciatic? What? Use it. You see where we are? Do you see where we are? So don't worry about anything. We're going to forget it. Don't worry about it. Now here's things I'm not going to forget about. Oh, you knew this one was coming. Oh, yes. MyPillow. MyPillow.com. Here is the link. Go to MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel, and you'll get a free gift. I know what you're saying. Isn't that a tautology? It sure is. It's also redundant. Tautology. Free gift. The gift is free. Or you can call 800-645-4965. 800-645-4965. MyPillow.com. Did you see what's available? Did you see what's going on here? Did you see the all-new MyPillow 2.0? Buy one, get one free. Look at this. You talk about. Look at the fitting guide. Look at the fitting guide. Look at this. Just look at this. The brand new temperature regulating technology keeps you comfortable throughout the night. MyPillow. Look at this. temperature regulation technology. Did you know about that? Were you aware of that? Well, you know now. MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel. And get you heard it here, a free gift. And while we're at it, EMP, baby. Electromagnetic pulses. Oh, God, I think those are I don't say cool, but if I did, I would say those are cool. The whole notion of this, my God. An electromagnetic pulse, and here is the link. Listen, if you're watching this, make sure you listen later on. And you hit that more button, because there it is right there for you, right there. I'm telling you. This is just, how do I say it? It's beyond incredible. It's beyond fascinating. It is beyond. So you just go there. And it's just look at this right now. Just give you an idea. EMP shield. Home and vehicle protection. Just check this baby out. Look at it. Just read it. If you're just driving. News alerts. Learn more. The library. Oh, look at the library. Frequently asked questions. The news alerts regarding this. It's incredible. You will think, how did I know this? Global events, natural disasters, conflicts. This is, and speaking about the 99 love balloons. Look at the news. Look at the article there. Go there right now. Follow this link, and you will do yourself an absolute favor. This, I promise you. Now, let's go back to what's going on. Every story I want to talk about, or every story, is only going to be good for today. Imagine, I don't know about you, I don't mean to ever make fun of people with memory disorders or cognition issues, because it's not funny, but if you ever talk to somebody who's drunk, don't even bother arguing. Say, he's drunk. He's not going to remember it tomorrow. You ever have that? You know, Uncle Dave came in. Was he yelling at you? Yeah. What time was it? 9 o'clock? Oh, forget it. He's drunk. Don't worry about it. He won't remember it. Don't listen to him. It's Uncle Dave. You know how he gets. You ever see that? They forget the whole thing. Like it never happened. You got that? You got that? That's our news today. That's what's going on. Whatever you see, and it's written, the news is created by people with their own sense of, I don't know what the word is, maybe attention deficit issues, perhaps, also no history. And there's also another group of people, too. And you might know these, and some of you are here. Let me give you an example. Do you know, years ago, they would make these claims. They would say that people who experimented, let's say, with marijuana were likely to later on become addicted to heroin. Now, when you heard this, they called it a gateway drug. You do this and you will just get pulled into that current into heroin. When in fact, they were confusing that with correlation. There's correlation and cause, two completely different things. You see, the idea of finding somebody who said, hey, Dave, you were a heroin addict. I sure was. 20 years, but I'm sober. I'm clean. Good for you. Congratulations. By the way, did you start? You were injecting? I sure was. Did you ever use marijuana? Oh, no way. No. Drew the line there. No way. No. Now, that's unlikely. Somebody who would say, yeah, injecting something? Yeah, I'll do that. But pot? No. You would think somebody who would naturally be not in a gateway transition, but somebody who would experiment and maybe drink beer. And then we get into it. I was also into sports, and I like cartoons and mother's milk, and I was homeschooled, and those aren't connectors. Those are just aspects. It's just like when you use a drug and you say, in this control sample A is a control. We've given them a placebo. We have 10 people there. They have this disease. We gave them this placebo. Sugar water. In this group, we gave them the substance that we're trying to test. And out of the 10 people, 5 people 5 got better. But out of the placebo, 4 people got better. Wait a minute. How did that work? I don't know, but we gotta get to the bottom of that. Some of you would say, aha, it works. Why? Well, 5 got better. Did you hear what I said? Yeah, I did. 4 people in the other group got better also. Oh, yeah. I asked somebody, I said, does prayer work? Yes. How do you know that? Well, do you apply any kind of thinking to that? I mean, it could very well be. I'm not saying it doesn't, but do you have any reason why? Well, why do you think crime rates go up? Why is there more crime at night than during the daytime? Think about it. People will just answer the question. And that's one thing that you do. You just answer questions. Well, you got to understand history and statistics and that sort of thing. And I'm telling you right now, I have found out that I wish I could at the bottom of the screen take any news show and say, by the way, this story right now. Remember Mystery Science Theater? I loved that. Remember that, those little creatures that got with a shape? I would be standing probably on inside of something. See this one right here? Has no idea what she's talking about. They're just doing whatever it is. They're just saying things. This doesn't matter. But if I said, now here's what's important. This is what you should know. This is what's critical. Nobody would want to listen to my news program. If I said, okay, by the way, we're going to get rid of all these. We're going to talk about one story today that we're going to start off with the history of, let's say, Ukraine. Oh, no. No. Yes. Oh, no. Well, don't you want to talk? Well, maybe I'll talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Really? Huh? Okay, well. But don't you think it helps people if they understand? They're not going to understand it. They're not going to pay attention. Yeah, but don't you think it makes it? No. They're not going to understand. They're not going to get it. This is the best one ever. This is what you'll never see on any news show in this country. A map. A globe. And the little, get the right arc here. These are the seasons. You got to turn it to the side. These are the seasons. But they don't get it. You don't understand. This means nothing. Remember geography in school? It was so much. I fell in love with Tunisia. I loved the flag. When I was a kid, it was a grade school. I loved the Habib Bourguiba. I did a report on it. We used to do reports. I love reports. I loved them. It was great. I learned, independent study, autodidact. This is important. Because here's the thing right here. This is our group right here. Look at us. This is our side. Not very complicated. There's us, Canada at the top. Here's Mexico and South America. That's it. Now, here's the rest of the world. Wow. Look at that. Look at all the colors and the countries and oh my God. See, that explains everything. That changes your frame of reference. Do you ever talk to somebody from Europe? They have passports. They go over here. They drive 2 hours. They're in France. They go over here. They're in Spain. They're over here. They travel. They fly. They're into countries and currencies maybe and languages and food and they are wonderful. What do we do in our country? We don't travel. No. And throw that into the mix. How do you explain somebody the history? How do you explain? Have you asked somebody, what do you think about the Uyghurs, for example? They don't know what you're talking about. Well, where are they? Did you check this? No. Oh, okay. How about this story? This one gets me. Boy, a lot of people aren't showing back to work. I've got a couple of friends. One has a big accounting. Another one is an institutional finance place. And their workers are not coming back to work. They're not coming back to work. And I asked the question, why aren't they coming back to work? I don't know. Well, are you firing them? No. Why aren't you firing them? Well, we can't. Why not? What is their incentive to come back if you don't fire them? I don't understand this. Well, I don't know. Wait a minute. You mean you're not firing them? No. Well, I don't understand any of this. How many right now do you know someone right there, right now, who either works in an industry or maybe you, where the workers just say, we're not coming back. We don't want to travel. Maybe we're afraid. Maybe we're weary. Have you seen this? Have you ever seen this? It's all over the place. Big industries, just nobody, we're not showing up. You're not showing up. What if you had a pizza joint? What if you had Domino's Pizza? What if you had delivery? And you said, my delivery people aren't showing up. What are you going to do? Well, they want to work from home. You can't work from home. You can't work from home. You're fired. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. What do you mean you're not sure? Well, we can't find, traders, and they just won't come in. They're not. Did you tell them you're going to be fired? Okay. And when you go someplace and they ask this person, where did you work before? You're going to mention me. They're going to call me, but I'm going to say, he never showed up. But maybe that's different. I don't know. I don't understand any of this. Throw that into the mix. Pretty soon you're going to watch a morning news show and they're going to say, hey, where's Kaylee or Morgan or Dave? Or they go, oh, he's not coming in anymore. Why? He doesn't want to. He wants to do it from home in his pajamas. What? Where's Doc Mendelson? He's not coming in anymore. Why? He wants to work from home. He's a doctor. I got this rash. Well, can you send him a picture? No, I can't send him a picture. Go to the emergency room. Where is this? Where is everybody? They're not here. I know I'm saying too much, and I know I'm giving you too much to think about. I realize that. And I have to ask myself sometimes, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Here's one thing. When I talk about food supply and food emergencies, sometimes I get that look too. Like My Patriot Supply, Prepare with Lionel. I said, what are you going to do in the event of let's just assume there's a food emergency. A what? A food emergency. Why is there a food emergency? Why is there ever an emergency? Well, I don't know. You ever thought about it? No. What would you do in case of... You're not alert, are you? I mean, alarmed, I should say. I'm not alert either. You're not alarmed. No, I'm not alarmed. I don't understand this. This is the part that I don't understand. We have been through so many of these things. And Prepare with Lionel right now provides you, from the great people of My Patriot Supply, $250 on a 3-month emergency food kit. 25-year shelf life. This is not, some bag of, oh, look, pretzels. No. This is for 90 days. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, snacks in resealable, oxygen-absorbing packets. And I mean, it's the most incredible thing in the world. It's as serious. Food? I don't get it. We went crazy over toilet paper when there was no need for toilet paper. Hey, during COVID is not a lower GI kind of problem. There's no, you don't have tenesmus. There's a good word for you. You don't have that. Don't worry about it. I don't get it. It's another one of those things. I just don't understand it. People, so listen. Do yourself a favor. PrepareWithLionel.com. Look at this. And you tell me if this makes any sense. Oh, and by the way, let's also talk about, speaking of food, people aren't eating the right food. They're not interested. I like when they come up, well, I'm on the Neanderthal diet. What is it? Oh, yeah, I eat raw organ meat and salt lick. I lost 12 pounds. I'm on the Neanderthal diet. Really? Oh, yeah, I'm an expert on that. See, that's the way we see the thing here? And I always point to this. See this thing? We're canines. We're meant to eat meat. You think that's what that means? Yeah, of course. Okay. And they're just all of a sudden, remember, turmeric. Oh, my God. I got to get that. Well, I got my cayenne capsules. That's the biggest thing right now. Here's the thing. Here's the weight loss craze. And they jump on this stuff. Okay, fine. It's a free country. But here's one for you. If you're going to try to maintain this thing called your immune system, how about making sure you get enough C? Because you don't even get that. Zinc, you don't get that. Vitamin D, D, probably not. And certainly sun used to be the usual ways. And any kind of quercetin-like flavonoids and antioxidants. I know you don't get that. I know you don't. You will get B12. That you'll get by virtue of eating organ meat and things like that. But no. You. So here's what you do. Z-Stack. There's a link right there. You go 50% off Z-Stack for yourself and your kids, and that's it. And just take it and don't worry about it. And just take it. It makes complete sense. Go to the website. Read for yourself. See, as you can tell, I understand human behavior, and I understand what this thing is. And I recognize the fact that people just don't. I just know how people act. I know what people act. They love to talk you out of things, and this isn't important, or they'll make stuff up. They or within certain groups of people, well, my group, we find this to be the story. Well, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, we're talking about this. All of my group, and I talk to them, and we kind of feed off of each other. You think this is important? Oh, absolutely. These videos this is the most. Well, enjoy yourself, because in 3 days, it's gone. Remember that. So whatever you see right now, don't worry. Don't worry. Some people say, when I go on vacation, I don't read anything. Well, that's nice, but during your vacation, you will have missed all these subjects that will have been forgotten immediately. And that's the way that is, because we are a very, very sad group of people. And we have groups of people we have one group who are and they're very interesting. These are the hyper paranoid groups who believe in things that nobody believes in. Then you have most people who just don't care about anything. Nothing. Well, I'm going to sit back and enjoy myself. So here's what it is, my friend. Recognize the balance. Recognize the balance between cognition, forgetting, habituation, processing, and you'll do just fine. You'll do just fine. Just remember that. Don't fight it. Just understand how people are. Now, if you want to read something great, I just did a brand new video on my Twitter account, which is, a little video, that'll get people upset. Because basically, I tell them the truth, and people hate the truth. Also, I don't know if you're getting my newsletters, but they are beauts. I may crank one out later, put together a nice little compilation of sorts for all of you fine, fine people. And also, Mrs. L is doing a tremendous job. I want you to sign up for her newsletter, because when it comes to protecting our children, the issues, I promise you, this is what your bought and sold mainstream media news are not being told. And also, this is her YouTube channel right now, and I want you to go to it and sign up. It is a beaut. All right? And that's it. And I want you to promise me you have a great and a glorious day. Don't ever change. I mean that sincerely. Thank you for everything not what you've done, but what you've appeared to do. Your ability to pretend to be aware is something that is frankly one for the ages. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. And until tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel. Don't forget these fateful words. This valedictory, the monkey's dead, the show's over. Sue ya. Da-da.